Is Canada-US free trade dead? A full breakdown of the growing trade rift. The economic partnership between Canada and the United States has long stood as one of the world's strongest examples of free trade, built on decades of trust, collaboration, and prosperity. But now, in 2025, that once solid foundation is cracking under the weight of political tensions, new tariffs, and shifting priorities on both sides of the border. So, the question on everyone's mind: is Canada-US free trade dead? The answer is no, but it's dangerously close to breaking down. Checkmark 1. The deal that still exists. USMCA. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, known as CUSMA in Canada, came into force in July 2020, replacing NAFTA. This agreement remains the legal framework for free trade among the three countries. Under USMCA, most goods move across borders tariff-free. There are clear rules for agriculture, auto manufacturing, and labor rights. A formal dispute resolution system exists to settle disagreements. So officially, free trade is not dead. But the spirit of the agreement is now under fire. Fire 2. The tariff war begins. In early 2025, former President Donald Trump returned to office with a new wave of economic nationalism. His administration imposed 25% tariffs on nearly all Canadian imports, excluding energy. Cited trade imbalances, national security, and unfair practices by Canada. Canada responded with retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods, including aluminum, steel, spirits, and agriculture. A sweeping, buy Canadian, movement that quickly spread across the country. Several provinces pulling American liquor and products from shelves. Then came another blow. Trump escalated the tariffs to 35%, effective August 1, 2025, on all non-USMCA compliant Canadian imports. Stop sign 3. What's being affected? While USMCA still protects some goods, a growing number of products fall outside those protections, including certain agricultural products, especially dairy and poultry. Products lacking rules of origin, paperwork under USMCA. Items with non-tariff barriers, like licensing rules or environmental restrictions. The result: Canadian exporters and U.S. importers are being hit hard, with prices rising, supply chains disrupted, and uncertainty spreading. Ballot box with ballot 4. The politics behind the crisis. Trump's reasoning for the tariffs includes claims that Canada is exploiting the U.S. via unfair trade practices, concerns over border control, fentanyl smuggling, and security, a focus on America First, manufacturing and job protection. On the Canadian side, Prime Minister Mark Carney has taken a measured tone, avoiding direct confrontation but reinforcing Canada's sovereignty. Canadian officials say they are done chasing deadlines, and instead focus on substance over speed. Diplomats argue the U.S. is breaking the spirit of USMCA. Classical Building 5. U.S. Senate steps in. On July 21, a bipartisan delegation of U.S. senators traveled to Ottawa to ease tensions. They included Sen. Ron Wyden, D. Oregon. Sen. Lisa Murkowski, R. Alaska. Sen. Catherine Cortez Masto, D. Nevada. Their goals: call for de-escalation before August 1. Support U.S. farmers and automakers impacted by the tariffs. Encourage Canada to drop its digital services tax, a key irritant for the U.S. Despite efforts, no major breakthrough was reached. Money Bag 6. Economic impact so far. In the U.S., importers are seeing costs spike due to new tariffs. Consumer prices are expected to rise in the coming months. Businesses warn this could lead to job losses and economic slowdown. In Canada, certain provinces, especially Ontario and British Columbia, are seeing steep drops in trade volumes. Canadian consumers are bracing for price increases on American goods. There is, however, a growing push to strengthen domestic industries and expand trade globally, with the EU, Asia, and South America. Balance Scale 7. Legal battle brewing. A group of U.S. companies has filed a lawsuit challenging the